Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman.
I'm the captain.
For once I feel fulfilled in my spiritual soul because this Tremonti head MT15 is killer.
It's anything but empty, I'm telling you. Yeah, so anyway, it's like early in the morning here in England land.
Earlier for me.
Yes, probably not the way you would normally try and wake yourself up in the morning, but hey, we're doing it anyway. So yes, back in January, wasn't that a song?
Sick and tired, you've been hanging on me. I'm sure Mark Tremonti will absolutely relish the remembering.
Classic Alter Bridge cover.
That was from the year 1975, I think, because it was on a mixtape of the year I was born.
Wow,
yeah.
Good for you, man. And for a bonus point, who was the artist?
I'm not sure. I don't know who it was.
January. Anyway,
Mark Tremonti
probably wasn't Mark
came
Tremonti.
out with a poor Reed Smith head. It's really shred.
So you've probably seen, you know, in umpteen videos and guitar stores around the world over the last few years, the Tremonti guitar, his association with Paul Reed Smith goes back many moons, at least 10 years.
All of the moons.
All the moons. And we've got an SE guitar here and also a full US one to give you some ideas of how the tone might change. And then I know in the past he's been using the Archon amplifiers, amongst others, from Paul Reed Smith, which are the sort of the higher gain stuff. And yes, what was unveiled at the NAMM show this year was his own signature all-valve 15-watt monster.
And what does the MT stand for, Lee?
Definitely not Mark Tremonti. No. It must be.
Is it Metal Threat?
Metal Threat. Metal Tone.
Metal Tone.
Metal Tone 15.
Because
they knew that Boss have been so successful with the Metal Zone.
Yes.
They thought they'd do the Metal Tone.
It's more in the zone than the Metal Zone.
Anyway, and then I managed to grab Mark for about 2 minutes at the NAMM show just to say, you know, love you.
I'd be happy to grab Mark for 15 seconds.
Absolutely. And he said, and I'm holding you to this, Mark, he said that when he was in the UK later this year, he would love to come on and sit with me and Rob. And
then literally about 25 minutes ago, Lee got out his phone and played a video where Mark Tremonti said my name. And
say my name,
say my name.
Bitch.
Now Mark Tremonti knows me. I can finish accomplishing things and feel happy about myself. Hi, Mark. I'm a huge fan.
So yes, please do sit in here. But he literally said, I can't wait for you and Rob to do a demo of the MT15 because he's a big fan and watches all of our stuff, which is
probably
very
more because he just wants to hang with us and chill and be friends than any other salesman.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would probably be the
totally
reason.
is. So look, let's talk about the amplifier, just to give you an idea of what our setup is. You may notice that we are using a Marshall 4x12 and a Victory 1x12, and that is because right now, the only, although there is a PRS 112 coming, a matching 112 coming with this, that's not in the UK, it does not exist yet. So we have got a 1960 Classic, which is a green backloaded 4x12, sounds amazing. And the reason for grabbing the little Victory is because it's a vintage 30 loaded Victory cab, which is what the little PRS cab's going to have.
I've just noticed we're not even halfway up the gain.
Or the volume. So we'll get into that. This little switch here just allows me to switch between the two cabs without having to unplug anything. It's not adding any flavour to the tone. And on the floor, tell them what we got on the floor, Mr.
Okay,
Rob.
we got a lot on the floor. We got a reverb pedal from the company Boss.
Who?
Boss.
Yes, I've heard of them.
We got the MXR carbon copy, just primarily because Lee can't get enough carbon copy in his coffee.
They're going through the loop, by the way, reverb and delay through the loop because the amp has no built-in reverb or delay.
If you have the Horizon from Misha. I went German then, I don't know why.
You did, I don't know why either.
I just really enjoy it. Misha's Horizon, but we're not using the gain in it, we're just using everything else it does.
We'll do a sweep over of the settings on the Precision Drive.
Yes, it
which,
does.
Which wasn't on, by the way, for that intro.
No,
the intro was just reverb and
only
delay.
the reverb and delay were on. And then the Ibanez Tube Screamer because
Because of the
wonderful things he does. It's good to be back.
So we'll tell you when we're using those pedals, and
If you're good.
Yeah,
pays your money, it takes your chance.
So, as you probably noticed in the video, this amp has two channels, a clean channel which lights up blue, and a demonic lead channel which lights up red, which is kind of cool. It has a lot of glass in it, Mr. Rob.
How much glass?
It has two 6L6 power amp tubes and 6 ECC 83 preamp tubes.
I could smell the 83 from here, man.
That is a lot of gain. That's, you're talking about
is that a
tubes
quintuplet?
cascading into tubes, into tubes, into tubes. It's just a lot of gain.
Just the last one takes the pain.
And although this is only 15 watts, we have got this easily at rehearsal, small gig volume levels with the volumes for both channels at like 9 o'clock. So
but I'm wondering if all of the
up.
gain is at the all the volume is at the beginning, and then it's sort of like a bit more, but you can't. We should probably find
like
that
cheeky
out.
volume.
At the end of this demonstration,
We'll find out.
For the viewing public who are just going, how loud is it, Rob?
How loud is it?
How loud is it?
Where's your thing that measures volume?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Volume meter.
A volume meter, decibel meter.
That's what I'm...
Because apparently in other videos they use them, and I don't know. You're probably.
Do you remember that video we did years ago where we just screamed into it? Or was it even a video?
You won.
I did win.
You
But
won.
I don't think it was even a video. I think it was just
it was a scoreboard.
It was a scoreboard.
Anyway, so
Look, Pete's found it.
we have a decibel meter.
So we can professionally tell you how loud
What
it
you
gets.
really need is one watt. You need the meter to be, and this is why it's difficult, to compare with other video channels. You need the decibel meter to be the same distance from the speaker cabinet as it would be in,
Well, that's
any
fine
other video.
because Peter, they don't call him Peter Steadyhand for nothing.
So we just put it at 1 meter. Should we just get a little table, put it at 1 meter, and go? That's it. Anyway,
Yes.
Right. Come on. Too much talking. Not enough guitar
I
playing.
like an acre of tone.
So we'll stay on the clean channel.
Clean it, and I'll do
will
some
adjust.
jangly, ubiquitous clean tones
Yes,
for
I
you.
will adjust the EQ. It's really cool. We've got 2 EQs, one for the clean channel, one for the gain channel. The clean channel has a boost on the treble control, so
Interesting.
We'll try that too.
Great chocolate bar.
But as you can see, boost, okay, boost. Presence, volume for the lead the lead channel, bass, middle, treble with a boost for the clean channel, volume for the clean channel, and bass, middle, treble, and gain for the lead channel. I don't believe the foot switch comes with this, but I could be totally wrong. It just wasn't in the box that we got. But check the web specs to see
Before
if
we
it comes
play,
with one.
if at any point it looks like I'm glazing over, can I just explain that I flew back from California last night?
He's like international man of mystery, jetting around the world.
Not a lot of mystery.
In the
Because everything's on social media.
Chappers One, with his own private pilot, everything
Yeah.
chef. That's how well Rob is doing on YouTube at the
If
moment.
I had a private pilot, what would his name be?
Captain.
Tell me in the comment section below, Captain Pilot.
Come on. Clean sounds with
Sorry,
some
Mark.
echo and reverb.
So I'll start on
I'll
that
fiddle.
pickup for you.
I'm pulling the boost out.
That's interesting.
It's not a treble boost. It's
no,
a,
it's
a
a
gain
gain
boost.
structure. So now,
Yeah.
put it out again. Put it out, Lee.
my first constructive criticism of this, right? There's no master volume for the clean channel. So to get the volume boost to sort of almost act like more of a driven tone, there is no way to do this other than to make your ears bleed.
But there is on the floor.
You're going to tube scream it up, are you, somehow?
I was thinking just a little bit of the screamer.
With the boost out.
Well, let's see what it's like with the boost out. Sounds horrible.
Doesn't sound great though,
If I were you, if I had a tube screamer
can I just
and the
ask for a beer
MT15?
if I could just turn this up a bit and then pull the boost out?
That was really, really loud.
Really, really, really loud.
Really loud.
Pete has got the decibel meter, but miles away, so I don't really know.
Do you think the 15 stands for there were 15 people killed in the production of the audio quality of this amp?
I just think it's one of those.
Is it 50? It's Class A, is it?
No, it'll be AB because it's got 2 power tubes in it. But I don't know. I mean,
Class A plus.
Valve amps and volume and wattage ratings are so misleading, aren't they? I mean, it is. It's loud. It is loud, loud, loud. Anyway, so that's the clean channel.
Well, and also, we're going to get Lead to do some clean playing as well.
Cool. So now we'll go to the lead channel, and I've got the gain about 10 o'clock, the volume about 9 o'clock, and all the EQ flat, and I'll fiddle with the EQ, and we've not used any pedals yet.
So let me put on the Horizon drive.
Do it.
And oh, sorry, without the Horizon drive. I like the sound of both of them on more than anything.
Anyway, look, it seems a shame to do this because, of course, this 4x12 sounds immense.
It does.
But we're just going to pop over to this cab now.
Tiny immense.
Which, as I said, if you remember from what I said earlier in the video, the PRS Mark Tremonti 1x12 is going to be out soon and is a compact 1x12 loaded speaker with a Celestion V30 in it, and that's effectively what's in here. So
can we just take a moment to just realise how much music Mark Tremonti has written?
Oh, for sure.
Like with the Creed, and then Alter Bridgie, and then Tremonti.
E.
Like he is an unstoppable force of incredibly attractive masculine power.
I tell you, I'm glad you said that, because I don't think enough. You know, people always just talk about his music.
He looks like he bench presses.
But you know, he is a handsome man. It makes me want to play the guitar.
He looks like he could juggle all the moons of Tatooine.
Ooh. Anyway.
And with one hand and shred like this.
Can he sing? Or is that...
Can he sing?
Yeah.
Have you not heard Tremonti?
No, I haven't.
So Mark also has... Sorry, Mark. We'll talk about this later on. So Mark has a solo.
Right.
Which is Mark Tremonti.
Of course.
That's great.
And he sings in that too, does he?
Really well.
Good singer.
He's a great singer.
God, life is so unfair. Why do some people just get so much?
Tell me about
other
it.
People so
Nina
little?
Betancourt, Richie Kotz and Mark Tremonti.
Power trio.
Yeah. Oh, and Rick Graham.
Can he sing?
No, but if he could, it would probably be ridiculous, because his guitar playing is insane.
It is insane.
Yes.
I totally agree.
But
anyway,
and it was just to stop.
So look, come on, little 1x12 cab.
Okay,
the
ready?
pedals are off, except for the reverb and delay.
So
We're on the clean
middle
tone
position.
Again. Yeah.
What am I tuned to? Okay. Hit it, Lee. Horizon drop. Mother won't help us.
I love the way you aggressively stomp on pedals when you're enjoying yourself. You go.
You know where that comes from? It comes from playing live. When you're singing and you've got like 4% mental capacity left to be aware of your feet, and you're like, ah! And that's the feeling of changing pedals.
Oh, mother!
Well, it has to be said, it's really good. Could we turn the gain down just a little bit? In fact, could you turn the gain off, and I'll tell you when to stop bringing it in?
This new Rob that's like wearing shirts and had his hair side parted and everything like that and wants less gain. I know they say that, are you going through the menopause or something like that?
Men.
The manopause.
Pause. Yeah. No, I want to just see where I would record with it, because that's
fine.
So all the way off, and then bring it in when I'll tell you. I'll go when I stop.
Do you want to go back to the 412?
Yeah, 412 it. 412 it. Thank you.
Okay, here it comes. This is the minimal amount.
Okay.
We got no pedals on, right? Apart from reverb and
This
delay.
is the best E chord, by the way. No pedals. Best E chord. A tiny, tiny bit more.
That's that.
I'm putting more mid in, a little bit less treble. Tiny bit more. tiny bit. I think that's about where I'd have it, to be honest.
I really like what the Precision Drive does. I know when we first tried this, it was one of those pedals you're just going, God, it's so subtle, isn't it? But when you've got high gain amplifier through a big cabinet and those open, those sort of chuggy notes are just sort of going up, wow, 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 it just tightens that bottom bit up in a way that it's still subtle, but I think it just makes it.
I've also just turned the reverb and delay off.
Okay.
So we can just hear, and I've touched, the gain was on such a small amount, which is crazy because it's a lot of gain. But
so
just
there's no
can,
pedals at all now, it's guitar
this
straight
is,
into amp.
Lovely harmonics too. It's really good.
I'm saying it.
Okay,
It's going to get the best high gain amplifier for under £500 that we've ever had.
I agree. I think they're going to sell a lot of these.
They are going to sell a bucket load of
I
this.
think Mark should be proud.
Can we? Do you know what? It's funny you say that, isn't it? Because I think you can kind of almost tell that an artist has voiced the EQ on this, because none of the EQ does anything completely pointless or stupid. It's just
well,
like,
I bet you could make it pointless and stupid.
well, that's true.
Yeah, you can make it pointless if you want to make it shit.
You'd struggle to get heard in a band with that tone, wouldn't you? But it's, if that's
Reminds
your
me
thing.
of how I sounded when I was 15.
Exactly.
Playing through my Digitech RP1.
So there is two final things to do. One is...
Wait, I want to know some things.
Go on then.
How much did it cost?
490 imperial pounds, including VAT.
So affordable. So
I don't know what it is.
It must be made in China. Yeah?
It's absolutely made in the Far East
but it's
somewhere.
all valve.
You know what? I'm going to say yes, although purely and simply because there are 6 preamp tubes in there. It doesn't seem necessary to have any sort of solid state gain in there, but I don't know. I haven't spoken to the guy that designed it.
It's printed circuit board.
Yeah, it's obviously, look, you can't
nice touch on the red grille at the side.
Yeah, you cannot have an amp that's going to retail for £490 and expect it to be anything other than mass produced in the Far East.
I like the little tiny handles
but
too.
yeah, it's pretty tidy. I mean, this folded steel design is a much more affordable way of making amps than putting them in wooden sleeves, which is kind of cool.
I mean, if
the Thug Life glasses are an optional extra. These are £2 from eBay.
Let me put them on and see if I can see anything through them. I was going to say, you know, if you're looking, people like a balanced review, and they always, people love controversy, don't they?
They do.
Every other comment is, Rob, what do you think about the Gibson or the Guitar Center or the this or the that, or, you know, this YouTuber, and I'm like, just like, who cares? But I mean, it is kind of PRS doing it. Oh, me too. I can do Lunchbox amps as well, you know, because I mean, Orange kicked it all off, and then everyone jumped on the wagon that was banding. So I suppose PRS have probably gone, we could sell a load of those.
Yeah.
And they're gonna.
I don't think there's, you know, nobody's got the patent on a Lunchbox amplifier, and you know, I think what this just to me has it's quite genre specific. You know, it is that really modern American high gain vibe.
This leads me to where I was going to bring this to.
Okay.
So you haven't played guitar yet.
No.
I reckon we can get a killer blues tone out of this.
You're probably right.
Do you want to use the good guitar? Or you want to do the volume thing first?
I'm going to do the volume thing first, and then I'm going to use the SE. So I'm roughly-ish guessing that this is about a meter away.
No, a meter's about that.
No, that's 8 inches, isn't it?
Right.
Something like that. So just
about 8. Okay.
Oh, we can't help ourselves. Right. Where's the on-off button? Here it is.
That's what she said.
And we're going gain on. We'll leave the gain kind of where we had it before, and we'll just max the volume. I'm scared.
Are you just looking for loud?
I'm scared.
I won't.
Okay, so the decibel meter got to about 114
Did you hear the acoustic guitars going?
And actually, you were right in the sense that, you know, just because when the volume was on a quarter, it doesn't get 4 times louder when you turn it up. But you get a lot of that compression and stuff. So
probably not ideal for a bedroom. Well, how quiet can you get?
That's another feature.
Yes.
It has a half power mode.
Oh, really?
Well done, Rob, for remembering.
I could feel Mark screaming at the camera.
Here's half power mode. Let's see what we can get at like stupidly low volume. It's
fizzy.
It's fizzy until you get it too loud for home
Bring
use.
it to where it's not fizzy.
It was like there. So at that volume, I was talking to see if I could hear myself talk over the amplifier, and you can't. So at really low volumes, again, you might as well. It just sounds like a little. You get almost better sounds out of something like a Boss Katana, wouldn't it, if it was really low volume?
But then, could you put it through the 1x12?
True.
That's better.
It's
got less speaker to move.
I suppose it's still. You might take some of them. Keep going. This might be where the. It's all right. I know it's always difficult on YouTube to get relative gains and everything like that, but that was a fairly bedroomy kind of volume, wasn't it?
I'd love it if there was a guitar player called Relative Gains. Hey, I'm Relative Gains.
Hey, I'm Relative Gains. Right. So I'm going to go a more affordable guitar. This is the. This is basically a Mark Tremonti SE, but in this stealth finish.
Let's dial you in a blues tone.
Yeah.
So take it off of the half power mode. And
obviously we've got to no. So blue is clean. So use the clean channel.
You reckon?
Well, no. I'm just saying if you're.
I'm putting it.
You take the echo off.
Yeah, it's a bit too much.
Kind of. It's got a nice clean sound. It's blues with lots of gain.
Yeah. Now try this. So this is the Tremonti full fat.
Yeah.
And this humbucker, I think for the blues
Is it
tone,
way lower
I think
output?
it's going to give you something
Cool.
that you need. Try that.
Something that you need.
Something that you need.
Guitar lessons.
Neck. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Way lower output.
There you
Nice.
go, man. I love your hand tone because you've got great hand tone, but it's funny when you marry the real deal with the real deal, you get the real deal.
What have I got? So let me just. So really, we've really not gone anywhere near what this amp can do gain-wise.
Oh,
What speaker am I in? Oh, I wasn't even in the good speaker. Oh man. I can see why the precision drive is useful with a 412 kind of cabinet because it has. Can you just pop the?
I've been asked to pass you this by a man.
I'm telling you now, man.
Is that your new blues amp?
I just think. I don't know. They've smashed it. This sounds great.
Do it.
Let's see what happens here. Maybe not.
Too much treble.
It's way trebly, isn't it?
And too much.
That's weird. It doesn't sound. It's almost like I've got this weird sort of single coil thing going on where I can kind of hear the amp really clean and really distorted,
Yeah,
like lay it up
again.
on itself.
That doesn't do it for me. It still sounds great, but it's the Tremonti with the Tremonti.
Yeah, it's. I'd buy this amplifier with a guitar with humbuckers on it to get that high gain.
I had the boost pulled out, so here's without the boost.
Just a bit more volume on the clean channel. That's it.
And
I
with
like
the
it.
boost.
quite. I mean, you wouldn't, you know, in a straight shootout of other great sounding clean amplifiers, this one wouldn't stand out.
No.
But it's
Holds its own.
It does a sound.
I'm looking around for Pete's telly, but I don't see it, so.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. It sounds like that Kiss song, doesn't it?
That's what it is. Yeah, you're doing. God made rock and roll for you.
That's it. It's the clean bit.
Try that. I'll try.
We're trying
You say
so
that.
many different guitars here just to see what
Well, you
tones
know, when you
we
like
can get.
a thing and you want to do
I totally
a thing,
agree. When you like a thing and you want to do a
try
thing, then you need to be thinging it a lot.
If you're not thinging your thing. There again, showing
You know what? It's
Pete's
a U.
telly goes with anything.
It's a U amp.
It is
It's
a
like
amp, yeah.
stylistically, the stuff that you play sounds great through this amp.
Thank you. And let me try this as well.
I didn't like the tube screamer so much on that one. I thought the precision drive was the better sound.
I mean, it just does a thing, doesn't it?
You know what? I think PRS should make Mark Tremonti a signature Telecaster. Could just be exactly the same as that.
That would be sick. Are we leaving that in the video?
Yeah, honestly, hopefully.
I played over it because I'm like, is he going to put that in the video?
Hopefully everybody that knows, it's an angry wound that's fun to poke, and I don't mean any of it at all. As everybody knows, I'm a massive John Mayer fan, and I think the guitar that he's done with Paul is a cool guitar, and it's just fun to watch everybody going crazy about the fact that it's, you know, Fenderish with a PRS headstock. So I'm going to just take every opportunity to fan those flames for fun.
Right.
It is
well,
just for fun.
Fan flaming aside, it's a great amplifier.
It is a great
This has
amp.
been a really enjoyable video.
Yes.
And I love Mark Tremonti.
Yes.
And I love Mark Tremonti.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, so do I. You know, musically and personally, he's a smashing chap. So hopefully, yes, on a channel not too far from here soon, in a month not too far from here soon, in a place not too far from here soon, this little void here will be
Could you imagine?
filled by the
could you
terribly
close your eyes and
handsome-
imagine?
Let's close my eyes.
If one day Dorje were on stage
eyes
and we got to support Alter Bridge,
and think
it
of
would just be the most blissfully
Tremonti.
incredible thing that ever happened. Maybe one day
What I want
in a life. got to support them.
Pulling the plug.
I've been Rob Chappers.
And I've been the captain. Bye. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.